this was a moment. Nikki Haley had some momentum coming out of the last debate. We played the sound with her. She was clearly willing to fight and battle. This is the thing I can't quite get my head around. Is it enough? And
I know where you're going with this, and I want to stop you because it almost feels irrelevant. Like, I actually found Trump's...
Me or
the question?
Never.
I'm sorry, because I think Trump's speech was far more interesting bit of counter-programming because he was doing a general election pivot in a way that I think was striking. Going to Michigan, trying to reach out to Reagan Democrats, right? That's being in the shadow of Reagan, and trying to create a wedge between union leadership and union members, and trying to stake out some ground for that particular voter. That's looking to the general election. He also, in his comments, said, do you see a VP on stage? I don't. That was a red flag to me. Who is he looking at? And what will that person do on a day when they have to certify elections?
Yeah. No, I think the choice of the venue was brilliant. But the fundamental purpose of this was to say, this deal's over. Those people are irrelevant. And by belittling them as unworthy of the vice presidency, he's further belittling them. What was interesting about his speech last night was he did not talk about his cases. He did not talk about the last election. He actually, in his own sort of free-form, weird way, he stuck to the topic that he went there to talk about.
No, they're all job candidates. They want to be in they'll do anything. Secretary of something. They even say VP. I don't know. Does anybody see any VP in the group? I don't think so.
And you did see Biden actually got a much warmer welcome from union leaders on Tuesday when he was in Michigan than Trump did last night. But he was speaking to a crowd, Donald Trump, of a invitation only. It was a curated group of people. And a lot of those people in the room, the auto workers, the current and former union members, including those, some of them who are on strike right now, they are very supportive of Donald Trump. And you could hear that in the room last night.
I think Nikki Haley had some shining moments, but ultimately I still believe the person who had the best night was President Trump. We do know that the fatherless epidemic is real. We do know for a fact that we have passed policies as a country that have left African American families and minority families writ large struggling from the aftermath of the redlining. All of those things are well documented. So I do think that, every 4 years we pretend those things aren't real when it comes to presidential elections. But no, I don't think that the American people are ready or want to hear this false notion that slavery is somehow going to be equatable to what has happened in the Great Depression. It is a different type of pain. It is a different type of reality, but nothing can really be given a one-to-one comparison to human subjugation. But we should not be dismissing out of hand the very real reality that there is economic despair and personal despair that has been brought around by decades of policies that we pretend don't matter simply because the party that has brought us those policies pretends that they are the only friend black people have when it comes to their political power.
Your thoughts is a very unartful way of making that comparison, and I think a lot of people caught that. All right.